Hello, everyone. So I'm bringing another layout to you. I cut apart one of the papers that came in the kit, and it's the squares, the patchwork kind of squares, and it's by Pink Plate Paisley number 6. I struggled a lot trying to get this layout to work right the way that I had envisioned. So what I ended up doing was taking a blue piece of paper that it's actually a Post-it, and I cut it into the size of the squares that I'm using, and I found the exact center of the paper, and I put it on a diagonal. And then I'm using that to kind of lay out the rest of my squares. So all of those squares did come from that one piece of paper, all those different patterns. I'm using a plain white background that actually came from a stack of just white cardstock that I got at Walmart in a really cheap pack. And most of these papers and layers came from the scraptastic Cake by the Ocean kit. So with all of the layouts that I have been creating with this kit so far have all been mainly based on a story, and a story that I wanted to tell, or actually multiple stories. But all of the photos have been from a day that my family and I went to the beach just a few days ago. And so I'm telling stories behind the photos, and typically I make the photo stand out, but in this case I'm trying to make it more about the story. So I'm going to read the journaling, and then I'm going to kind of go into a little bit more about what I'm doing on the layout and why the journaling means so much to me. So on the journaling I wrote, "We aren't perfect, we are only human. We do the best we can and hope that's good enough. We haven't given up yet and hope we never do. All we can do is try. Try to show love and patience for each other and the kids. Try to remember they learn from us. Remember what is important and forget about the small wars. Embrace every day as a victory." So what I'm kind of talking about here is that, just like every family, we have a lot of, well, I shouldn't say a lot of, but it seems like every day there's a little bicker that happens. It seems like just some of the wars that we have are so trivial. Like who ate the last Rice Krispie treat, I believe was yesterday. So it's something that I talked with my husband about. I said, we really need to just kind of forget about some of these things unless it's a really big deal. We just need to let things go. So I also picked out some layers for behind my photo, and some words from a cut apart sheet, and that is by Pink Fresh Studio, Happy Words, and I'll show which phrases I got from that sheet. I also went ahead and got into my stash for a few things as well. So I chose this photo because it's me and my husband, and we are we have a little kiss in front of the ocean, and we really enjoy spending time together as a family, even though it's something that we don't get to do very often. It's very difficult because we have some older children and some younger children. We have one that's a teenager, one's a preteen, and then an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old. So the children are pretty spread out, and so there's a lot of things that they have differences in what they like to do. So this day we decided to go out to the beach, and our beach out here is typically cold. So even in the summertime, that's not always an option. So the layers that I chose for this photo is the watercolored circle kind of paper. I just love that. It's a whole bunch of different colors, and I wanted to make sure I'm bringing a lot of the colors in by the photo, and that is by Pink Paisley number 6. And I also chose that triangle kind of aqua paper with the white triangles, and that is Pink Fresh Studio Life Noted, and I believe it's called, I don't know how to pronounce it. I believe it's Pascal. And then I went ahead and used some of the cut aparts from that phrase paper, Happy Words by Pink Fresh Studio. And out of those, I chose Life's What You Make of It and You Got This. And I put those, I chose You Got This as my title. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of make a small cluster up by the Life's What You Make of It. And I chose one of the acetate words, and that is actually by Pink Fresh Studio, Life Noted, the Life Noted, yeah, Life Noted. Okay. Anyways, and then I also chose the acetate word family, and that is by the Pink Fresh Studio. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That, yeah, Pink Paisley Fancy Free. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I can't even read my own notes. So, yep, I already went into my stash and I pulled out a few things from my, I separate everything by color, and I picked quite a few things out of the pink box, and I chose the EXO that is from an older scraptastic kit. I chose a little arrow paper clip. I chose some words, and that is make it happen, stay focused, and remember. And I thought that those worked really well for my journaling on this layout. And I also pulled out 3 little aqua sequins to put kind of scattered around. I'm also going to use from the kit, the Cake by the Ocean kit, the 3 little stars, and they came in silver, pink, and teal, and I'm going to put those in my clusters as well. And I'm going to use the star die cut, and that is over by my title, and that is I believe that's an exclusive die cut that came with the kit. And then with the little phrases, I went ahead and pulled out a tone-on-tone dark pink diagonal paper. And that is pretty much going to be it. So in the end, I had realized that I hadn't really left much room for my journaling, and I was thinking about doing a hidden journaling, but I didn't want it to be difficult to pull out and try to read it. I wanted it to, because I wanted the journaling to be the focus. It's semi-personal, but it's not really personal. It's just more of kind of a reminder, to stay strong and to do the best we can as a family. And so I went ahead and in the upper right-hand corner where I have all that white space, I went ahead and wrote my journaling lines in and wrote my journaling there. And so you're not going to see that until the very end. I don't actually video myself putting the journaling on because I wasn't even sure if it was going to fit. And so that was a risk I had to take. Some of the acetate pieces that I'm putting on, I went ahead and used my Xyron sticker maker. I love that thing. You just have to make sure and rub the top of the sticker really, really well. And that is a great way to add acetate pieces without using staples and being able to see like glue dots or anything behind it. I actually use that very often. All right, well, I don't think that there's anything else for me to share on this layout, and I hope you enjoyed this story as well as the layout and are inspired. So thanks for watching. Bye.